Good morning. I've been outside trying to ground myself, and sometimes when you feel this fatigue that we all have been feeling, sometimes just wetting your hair and getting dressed, even if you're tired and exhausted and it's all you can do to just like move your feet, sometimes you have to push yourself and, just wet your hair and get dressed, walk around barefoot, find a new source and a new boost of energy, like try to tap into some of the energy, the reserves. I mean, I know you're being tired right now, but it will change. I'm gonna do this as a surprise. That's why they're this way. They're not being shown because when I dealt them, I didn't turn them over yet. So it's gonna be like a surprise reading. And it does say that you are the star. That was the first energy that I got. You are the overall energy of the star. You're a light being. You're an earth angel. You're connected to source. You have your feet on the earth and you have your mind in the sky. So you're connected to above and below. You are in a hanged man energy, or somebody around you is, and you feel it. You feel like your foot is like stuck, like you're just felt hung, like you feel like kind of stagnant. You feel like nothing's changing, but it will be changing. It just doesn't feel like it right now. You've overcome a lot of obstacles that meant to bury you, things that meant to bury you. Like, see all those, they're on top of that baby deer, and they meant to bury him, and there's still like maybe one still like holding you back. One person might be holding you back, maybe a couple people holding you back. You might have a couple past people holding you back, or family members, but you're excelling through it. You're finding your way. Like I said, this is a surprise reading for me too. The Knight of Swords is saying like you're cutting through everything with flying colors. Like you have the sword out. You're just cutting through all of it, and you are the Knight of Swords. You are powerful. You are a fighter. You keep going no matter what comes at you, and that's what you have to do. Like you have to get on your imaginary flying Pegasus, and you got to go. Even if you have to use your imagination through a lot of it, that'll help you. You're in your Ace of Wands, so you're creative. Your creativity is exploding, like it is expanding out, and you feel it. Like sometimes you get a burst of energy, and sometimes you lose it, but once in a while you will get it back. But you're in your Ace of Wands, so you're tapped into some really creativity. Like you might be painting, you might be drawing, you might be creating, you might even be creating an online business. You might have a website going. You might be just working on something, a project that you're starting. Nine of Wands, somebody does feel like that they put a damper, like they put a thorn through their light, like they feel like they've done so much to hurt you. That's why this person looks sad. Even though they have a light around them, they have a lot of stuff that's kind of behind them. Like they have a lot of stuff behind their backs that's keeping them from balancing out, because they feel like they've stabbed you in the back. They feel like what word can I use? They feel like they hurt their star. They feel like they hurt their light. They feel like they've lost their light. And that light would be you. The Knight of Pentacles, you do have someone coming in. And I love this card. I love the Native American. I love this card just because I love the scene of the Native American. I love them holding the star. And I love like the different butterflies and that fly around. Butterflies and birds and certain animals can be a sign of like ancestors or guides around you, or past people around you. I know some people don't believe in all that, but I do. And this is saying you are gifted through your Native American ancestors, and you might have this in your background, or you may have somebody that has this in their background that's coming towards you. Six of Wands is saying tap into your child energy. Tap into what makes you an indigo child. You are childlike, and I'm sure that you've been told that you're childish, or you live in your own world, or you just live in an imaginary world, or you have dreams that are above your head. That's because you've always been a dreamer. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having goals, and there's nothing wrong with being a dreamer. I was always told that my dreams were crazy, my goals were crazy. But I always had so many different dreams and so many different goals. And even now that you're tapping into your creativity, you're feeling it more so. And like you think your dreams are within reach. Nothing is impossible if you put in the work for it. Someone sees you as the sun, and you're getting energy and downloads from the sun, but someone sees you as the sun, and the sun has gotten brighter, if you've noticed. And sometimes when you take pictures of the sun, you can see different orbs of light and different energy that you're tapping into yourself, and you are connecting with Source. And when you connect with Source, that's your divine energy. That's Source, and the creator of the universe. He is the overall ultimate energy. And that may be why sometimes you can't sleep, because you're so energy. Even though you're tired, you're energetic. But this person feels like, or you feel like the world's on your shoulders. You feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Or this could be a heavy energy from this other person, because they want to be in your life, but they don't know what to do about it, so they feel like something is weighing them down. And they feel like It's a deep-rooted weight, like, and you feel it too. You feel the heaviness, you feel the stagnation. And they're seeing you as strong, the strength of a lion, and they're trying to find this. They're looking for this. They're trying to figure out a way to get to you or talk to you or communicate with you. And some people are blocked, so they're using different phone numbers or different people, or they're attaching themselves to different people, like they're energetically attaching themselves to other people. And you might know this because you might hear their tone, or you might hear some words that they said, or they may even repeat a story that you've heard before from somebody else, and you're like, wait a minute, that's that other person's story. And they'll make it like it's their own story. That's because that other person is trying to make you not forget them. They're trying to come into you any way they can to make you remember them. The Eight of Wands is saying you're going out all different directions. You're connecting with other people like you. You're finding your way. You're tapping into your creativity. You're connected to the universe. You have healed your heart chakra, so your heart is open. That's what that means. It's open. Your heart is open for love. At the same time, you might be kind of scared of love, but your heart's open for it. And sometimes, like, this person or you might think that something's not working. That's why she looks down. Like, there's different cycles going on. This might be different cycles that they have in their life. They might be connected to, like, a third party, or you might be connected to a third party. You might even still be in a relationship with the person, and you feel like it's not working for you. You're looking down at different things, like you wish you could do all these different things cycling in your head that you want to do, but you're scared, but you're feeling the pain of it, and you're feeling the heaviness of it. And if that's the case, you might need to think of something to make changes on that, because all that's doing is weighing you down. Yeah, that's exactly. You feel like this. You feel like you've been stabbed in the back. You feel like you have your broken heart. Or your twin feels this way. Or you both feel this way. You can still be healed. I'm sorry, you can still be healed. And you can still be insightful. And you can still be in your High Priestess energy, in the Princess of Pentacles. And you can still, in the King Masculine, you can still be completely healed and still feel this. You can feel this from your person as well. You feel like either they stabbed you in the back, or somebody has stabbed them in the back, and they're crying, and you feel it. You feel the sadness. I mean, if you're just like crying out of the blue, or if thoughts of them won't leave your head, it's because they're hanging on. If you can't get that person out of your head, and you see them everywhere you go, like, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but if you look at a floor or a pattern on the floor and you see their picture, or you look at a picture in the wall and you see their picture, or if you dream of that person, or if you think of that person constantly, it's because they're thinking of you. They might not tell you this because they don't want you to know, but that is true because they do think of you. And this is saying you are the Queen of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. You are tapped into your starlight. You are connected to Mother Earth and the creator of the universe. You are insightful. You're magical. You're at peace with a lot of the stuff that's going on around you, even if it's bothering you. Your Ace of Cups, yeah, you're connected to your angels. You have filled your cup. You have healed your heart chakra. You're seeing peace and tranquility. There might still be some secrets in this situation because there's a moon down here. But you have the light of Michael and the angels. You're connected to them, and the promise of the Lord and the universe and the stars. You're connected to the stars. You have a Knight of Cups energy around you. This might be somebody trying to come in, or this might be your own energy. You feel like you've conquered it all. You feel like you're holding a trophy, like. And I'm not saying like just because you conquered it all, just because you feel like it, just because you're connected to Source, just because you're insightful and you're able to astral project and you're able to do this and that and you're able to put your power out there. Make sure you're doing this magic for the right reasons. Don't be doing it for the wrong ones, because if you're using your magic to hurt people or hold on to people, whatever you send out's coming back to you. So be mindful of how you do things. Be mindful of your actions, and don't use your actions to hurt other people, because that's going to come back on you. And this isn't to you. This might be to your twin, or this might be a situation you're in. You know, somebody might be using it on you. The Three of Wands is saying you have different wands. Like you have the wands of creativity. You have the wands of your direction of where you want to go in life. You have become a butterfly. You have went from a cocoon to a butterfly. You've expanded out different directions. You might be contacting other people. So you're expanding your different ways, your creativity, who you are. Like you found the light of who you are. You're expanding out to talk to other people. You're connecting to other people and other stars. You might be connected to your star seeds. You're at the end of a cycle. You can feel it. It's like the cycle of the moon. You can feel like the cycle. You're at the end of the cycle. You're getting close to the end of the cycle. You're the bright star, and you're at the end of the cycle. And you have all the spirit animals around you, like all these different animals around you. And you might be seeing more animals. You might be coming across more animals. The person or you feel a heavy energy. Like I was saying, there's a heavy stagnant energy. You're crying a lot, or they're crying a lot. And that affects you as well. That's why she's got all this heaviness around her. Her chakras may be healed, like I was saying. Your chakras could be healed. All your chakras could be lit up, even your third eye, but you could still feel the heaviness. But there's a sunlight above, so you are still connected to source. Even if you feel the heaviness, even if you're crying, you're still in what you got to do. Crying is a sign of feelings. Like, it shows you have a heart. And there's nothing wrong with having your emotions. There's nothing wrong with it. You might feel like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be crying because everything should be perfect. But if a reader tells you that your world's going to be perfect, they're not telling you the truth, because even if you're in the best of situations, you still have issues. We all do. You and your person are reflecting. You're up here and you're reflecting back on some situations, or you wish you had done things different, or they wish they had done things different. There's a couple swords cutting through this. Like, you're trying to cut through this pattern of looking back. And I know it's all of us do that. We all look back and we all think, man, I wish I had done this different. Man, I wish I had had the answers. You may not get all the answers that you want. And like I said, I've got this energy before, like, she's at peace, even if there's a chaos around her and there is stuff flying at you. You have your stars around you. There might be a volcano, which means not a volcano. Although I have said that before, and a volcano has erupted. But you might have a fire around you. You might have... Fire is not a bad thing. You can connect to fire energy. Fire is a good thing. Sometimes people can use like a fire or a candle or whatever to get rid of the toxic negative energies. But even with all this around you, you're still at peace. You're still seeing the beauty in everything that you do, which is hard to do. You're kind of in your hermit energy. You have your light, but you're kind of isolated, or you might be self-isolating. I've had this energy before. Some people are self-isolating because they're trying to figure out where they got to go now, or what they can do to change the situation. Since we did have the card that says that some of the, whatever you're going through, your belief system or your work or your family or even a relationship situation may not be working for you. If you're in one, I know sometimes if there's kids involved or property involved or official stuff involved, there might be the law involved, courts involved. You might have material things going on with this person. And even so, there is always a way out. So don't stay somewhere that makes you feel like you're stuck. Don't stay somewhere where you feel like you're being held down, because that held down heavy energy, it affects your other person as well, the person that you're thinking the most about. The Ace of Swords is a double-edged sword, which means the light of truth, the justice of truth, and the truth is coming out in you. You're getting clarity from the downloads that you're receiving. Plus, you're getting clarity through your insights. You are the High Priestess, and as I said before, there is the moon, so there is some secrets around your situation. You know this. And you are the star, and you are magical. You have insights and gifts, but you also have the tendency to, like I told you before, collect other people's energies. You connect to the stars, but you connect to all the energies. You're connected to everything around you, which means when you're doing readings, you're picking up energies from all around. That's why sometimes readings don't resonate with you, and just take what resonates. Don't make it resonate. I've said that 100 times. Don't make it resonate. Don't make it fit your situation, and don't make it be your situation. Only take what you think connects in your head. This person or you are reflecting on a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of heaviness. You feel this person or you feel like that a bunch of swords came down at you. You're kind of laying there thinking back, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do this? How can I change this? And then you feel like everything's going to drop down on you, or this person does. And maybe you feel that way because that person does. They do affect your feelings. They affect how you're doing in life. They affect everything. And you may not know this, but your twin, if you believe in twin flame, is an exact mirror of you. Even if you go with a new person, you will always have a connection to that person. You will always think about them. You will always wonder why this didn't work, and there won't be a day that goes by that you don't think about them. Even like when I had a crush when I was a teenager, even though I got married, I still thought back on the situation of that person. And when I ran into that person, I had the feelings. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes that you have different situations. Maybe they got married, you got married, but you still think about each other. And even if you move on, whether your twin or your soulmate is here or passed on, you will still think about that person. It's a connection through the stars. It's a connection through the God. It's a connection that was supposed to be divinely guided. And sometimes there's differences. Sometimes there's an age difference. Like I was saying, like this person that I connected with, I was like 14 or 15 and they were like 21, so there was a major age difference. But the Wheel of Fortune is in your favor, so that means the things are turning right. You're going to be having abundance. And see, sometimes when people think abundance, they think of money. Abundance is not always money. Abundance can be a peace at your heart. Abundance could be a happiness of getting away of a situation and getting into the one you want to be in. Abundance could be just tapping into your creativity and seeing something that you created and being like, oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Abundance is a different type of abundance. Abundance could be the clarity through your spirits. So don't think that abundance means, it does mean money, and money is important, but don't think that abundance always means money. And this saying that you have tapped into your energy, this to me reminds me of the cross of Jesus, if you believe in Jesus. And some people, I'm about spirituality, so whatever your belief is, this is also an Indian, so I love these cards because they do have the Native American. And my great-grandma on my dad's side, on my dad's mom's side, was full-blooded Cherokee. And then I had Indians on my mom's side, on the Hatfield side. Yes, Hatfield. But yeah, and so yeah, you can imagine my background. I believe in Jesus. I believe in God, but I also believe in the universe. I believe in the unknown, the unseen. I believe in the star seeds. I believe in the guides and angels. I believe in ancestors. I even believe in mythology. I am overall unified spiritually, and a lot of us are. But this is saying they're with you, and they know. And they know your heart, and they know that you have the light in your heart. The light of your Creator is in your heart, and they know this. They know your heart. You might not be perfect. You might have to be an addict. You might have had all these different situations in your life like I've had, but you went through it you went through it with flying colors. And does it mean it's over? No. I'm an addict, so I battle daily. I do, and I do really, really good until like some people come around. And sometimes when people come around, you want that drink, or you want that cigarette, or you want that high, you want that stone feeling, you want all of that. And sometimes you're trying to stay away from that, but you're not perfect. If you were perfect, you would be Jesus. And even he had his moments of anger and his moments of crying and his moments of, Father, why have thou forsaken me? When he said, Father, why have thou forsaken me? He was talking about people around him that betrayed him. So even Jesus felt the pain of this. So he went through it, and that's why you're going through it, so you can relate and help and heal other people. You might be reflecting on spilt milk that you can't, but what happened in your past, you can't change that. You can reflect on it, but you can't pick those cups back up of spilt milk. So don't reflect on that. Reflect on the blessings above you. You're becoming a butterfly. You're tapping into your light. And this person feels this way too. They feel sad and emotional. They're reflecting on things, but what is done is done. So don't go back on that, because you can't change what's been done, but you can grow from it. You are the Nine of Pentacles, so you have reached all your pinnacles. You have earned all your pinnacles. You do deserve the castle. You are a princess. For me, I am such a child that I think of being Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, and I think of Emerald City, and I think of the castle, and I think of this castle in Arkansas that was a house, but it looked like a castle. And I always imagined this little girl that lived there that was a princess, and I always thought, well, I wonder what kind of life she has or they have. And it was a regular house. It just had like a castle top on it, so I thought of it as a castle. You're in your Knight of Wands energy, so you're in your creativity. Do new things. Post new things. There's some websites called Redbubble or Society6, print on demand. They're free to start. Put your art online. Sell your art for digital art for Etsy. It's 20 cents to post it, but sell your stuff. Help you make your own abundance. Sometimes God helps those who help themselves. You are the magician. You have the ability to send out magic and your intention, so watch your words, because sometimes your words can become actions for the other person. And sometimes the things you say can become what that person goes through. Been there, done that. Even as a little child, I would say things, and when it came true, it scared me because I didn't understand it, and I thought I was going to get a spanking. And me and my mom both said the same thing at the same time, and it happened. So watch your words. Be mindful of your words. Yeah, you're definitely in your Queen of Wands. You're definitely tapping into your creativity. The universe is also sending you creativity, inspirations. And when you tap into that and you create something that you think is amazing, even if it's something that's just a digital art, or even if you throw paint on a paper, when you create something that comes from the universe, you feel this overwhelming high from it. And you're proud of yourself. But you do have someone who is secure in themselves, a King of Pentacles. This could be a male or feminine energy. It just depends on energy, because energy is energy. This person is secure. They have healed themselves. They are with the world. They may be secure like financially, or they may be secure just like lovingly. They may have the love to give you. They may not have a lot to offer, because that's not where it's at. You will learn that sometimes you love a person for their heart, not what they own. Like my ex-husband, and when I first met him, not my kids' dad, but my ex-husband. He didn't have much of nothing, and I loved him regardless. I loved for what I felt inside of him. He had some issues like we all do, but I loved him for what was inside of him. Anyway, the King of Swords is saying that, you have the power within you to cut through anything. You have the power within you to connect to the stars. You do have birds watch over you, so watch for birds. If there are birds around, that's your ancestors watching over you and giving you messages. That's why there's so many birds here. Animals and stars are like in light. Like if your lights flicker, that means that there's an angel around you. But this is also like the night of the King Michael to me. So if you and somebody might be coming in to help you with the situation you're in. They may have overcome all the stuff in their past. But if you do need help, you can call on your angels and your ancestors and your guides. You can call on them. And you can pray and you can send out good vibes and positivity. And you can do return to senders. Just, like I said, be mindful of what you do. Because your magic is powerful. Your words are powerful. And you can make your own intentions. Your world can be what you imagine it. So put a positive image in your mind. Stay positive. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles is saying that you have healed your heart chakra. You are light, and people see your light. There's another butterfly. You're definitely a butterfly, so you're spreading your wings. You're looking into nature. You're tapping into nature. You may have never been spiritual nature-wise,